giving him some. So he gave me some back. So I thought that was a deal. Do you know what I mean? That was fair. I didn't say nothing about it. I could have nicked him, I suppose. I didn't.
You went to art school, didn't you? And you're also at the same time, I think I'm right in saying you were in SoHo in that marvellous Bohemian time in the 60s.
Yeah, I used to go to Walthamstow Art School for 4 years, and we used to go up to SoHo every weekend during the week as well. Marquis of Granby, the Duke of York, Finch's in Goode Street, the Guy on Gimbal, the 14, all these incredible, the Cafe Bar down Old Compton Street. That's where the king of the Bohemians used to go.
Who was that?
Ironfoot Jack, he was called.
Ironfoot Jack.
You know, ever heard of him?
No, never heard of him, no.
Little geezer, about this tall with a Homburg hat, must have been, I don't know, white hair right down, must have been 70 or 80, wasn't he? Used to wear a cape, big black cape, and big silver clasps on here. And on one of his feet, he had like an iron bit come out. That's why they called him Ironfoot Jack. And he never worked. That was his claim to the thing. He was a working boy. He wasn't a posh Bohemian at all. And he just said, don't work, don't need it, don't do it. All right, have a cup of tea, mate. I'll go, right. Amazing geezer. Have you ever heard of him, Arthur? Amazing geezer.
What were some of the other ones?
Oh, there was Ernie Page.
Ernie Page.
Who supposedly, during the war, went into a cave in Hastings and took every known narcotic drug there is to do, and he took them all. Came out the next morning with his hair had gone grey and became an astrologer. Yeah. And he was bent over double. He was only about 35. He was bent over double like that, with big bags full of astrology books and long grey hair. Amazing. Quite a lot about really then, in those days.
And who else? Can you remember any more come to mind?
Eric Palfreyman. He still is. I saw him with his handcart about 3 weeks ago.
What about Moody Boy Dave?
Moody Dave Langford, yeah. Look at that Moody Moon up there. Oh, that's a moody motorbike you've got there. And one day, when I was young, I used to do them little they called little smoking things. You're not supposed to do them anymore.
Strange substances.
He had one in his mouth, a little tiny one. And he went, oh, look at that Moody Moon. Look at that. Look. Oh, hold on. It's gone up my nose. And he lost it up his nose. I never saw it again.
Is this where you got involved in music, in this scene?
There were a lot of music. I mean, I think some of the Stones used to hang around that time. Yeah, there were lots of folkies around, the Ballad and Blues Association, Ramblin' Jack Elliott and Long John Baldry, all kinds of people around. And skiffle and doing it yourself. I used to play washboard when I was a kid, just around the streets of SoHo. I always loved music. Every time I tried to do anything, they told me to leave it out.
I mean, are you very musical, really?
No, not at all.
You're not? I mean, what do you think about your singing voice?
I think it's terrific, but it's not a singing voice. It's just a voice. Really. It's a sprouting voice.
A sprouting?
Sprouting
voice.
Yes.
Well, can you sing a scale, if that? I mean, can you...
I can say one.
You say one?
Do, re... I can't even say one.
I could have to Ray. That's got his still him. He's probably forgotten.
Okay, I'll give it a go. Like, do, re, us, so far, so good. Harry?
Let's have a look at this in action then. This is the #1 hit you had, hit me with your rhythm stick. A clip here coming up. I think it was, in fact, a live concert that was filmed.
Yeah, Granny last year, yeah. Christmas.
By the BBC. It's coming up now, I think. Here we go.
3.
Deserts of Sudan and the gardens of Japan, from Milan to Yucatan, every woman's, every man. Hit me with your rhythm stick, hit me, shift and all, leave a dick. Hit me with your rhythm stick, hit me slowly. Quick, hit me! In the wilds of Borneo and the vineyards of Bordeaux, from Eskimo to Arapaho, move their bodies to and fro. Hit me with your rhythm stick.
being physically handicapped, has it made it difficult for you to succeed in the music business? I mean, were there some barriers?
No,
Never.
never. No. I think probably somebody who's a small amount of talent as I got, it's probably helped me actually. Really, people sometimes come along afterwards after a gig and say, "You're putting it on." I'll go, "You should Coco," like that. And it hasn't. It's never hindered me. I think. I think it's probably allowed a bit more warmth to come my way actually.
You're currently involved, of course, doing work for the in the Year of Disabled, for disabled people.
Bit.
Yeah, we do quite a lot actually. I mean, tell us exactly how much you're involved.
Well, I don't really think I did very much at all. But if somebody asked me to do something that I can do or that they think I can do, I do it basically. Next year we're going to do a tour around England called Not the Year of the Disabled, just to establish we've got another year going next year as well. We haven't done any gigs at all for it. So next year we will. I've been telling everybody that Pamela Stevenson's going to announce it for us. Because like not what you call it?
Yeah, not news.
Yeah, and we should do like 40 or 50. Get a lot of requests to do actual concerts. One was for deaf people, which is with a kind of special receiver on the ceiling, so they can work with their hearing equipment better. There are loads.
What's the greatest problem, though, Ian, do you think it is with disabled people that they face? Is it public ignorance about them, or what?
No, the greatest problem is they're disabled, and the second greatest problem is probably equal with a million problems. It's very difficult to specify what a problem. For somebody like me, who can get about, who can speak, who can hear, who can see, everything working more or less, it's no problem at all really if I can do what I want to do. But somebody who's in a wheelchair with, say, a very spastic person, who can't speak even, who can't even communicate like you and I can just across here, I would think then the problem would be extreme loneliness. Many spastic people have very highly developed brains, and loads go to university, more and more all the time. It's getting easier. Basically we know it's getting easier because probably 20 years ago, half of the people who are living now disabled would be dead. They wouldn't have even made it this far. I got saved, my life was saved, no doubt, by doctors, and medical science is improving, and the silicone chip is improving things for everybody, and I even saw a thing in I think the firm you work for, Sunday Times used to work for, was a guy with a monkey, with a trained monkey. Did you see that?
No.
And he could push a button and a light would come on the fridge, and the monkey would go across the fridge, open the fridge, and a light would come on the bottle of milk. You push another button, the monkey would get him a bottle of milk. Here, mate, here's your bottle of milk. And the monkey had to have a power pack on his back in case he was naughty, so to give him a push, another push, and, do you know what I mean? Whack him. But amazing what they can do. And it's getting more and more easy and less lonely. But it's still, that's the main, I imagine the worst thing for somebody who's very, very severely disabled is loneliness. I heard that some of the special schools or special places that kids have to go, or adults even have to go, the most difficult thing is that during the week, even though they might be under fairly severe circumstances, it's the weekends because the staff go out for the holidays. And they're not really overstaffed, they're desperately understaffed. And the weekends are really, really lonely. And there's a lot of voluntary, willing people to come, who want to come forward and help. There isn't really an organisation to get ordinary, you know what wheelchair people call normal people? They call them walkie-talkies. And there ain't enough walkie-talkies to come and do the business with, and yet the will and everything, there are enough, but the organisation isn't organised yet. That's what I'm trying to say.
You said it very, very well. I'm sorry I didn't bring you in. I just got sort of very interested in the subject.
Sorry.
Sadly, we've got to close now because, well, no, it's for the best possible motive. It's to see two big heavyweights knocking hell out of each other.
Oh, terrific.
Scrambling their brains, you know. I mean, that's anyway, to pay our license fees for, I suppose. Arthur Scargill, Diana Dawes, and Ian Dury, thank you very much indeed. A reminder, we're going to talk about the postcard competition. We've run out of time. We'll have all these boring postcards on Wednesday and next Saturday when we'll announce the winner. From all of us here, until Wednesday, a very good night. Good night.